Hello. With this video, I will show you the capabilities of Oracle Process Automation. I have selected the LiveLab material to show you these capabilities. The LiveLab material, which is called Get Started with the Process Automation, is divided into two main sections. One for the structured BPMN processes, and specifically Lab 1 and 2, and Lab 3, which is focused on the case management processes, the so-called dynamic processes. So we will focus on the structured BPMN processes. And so we can start with the Oracle Process Automation instance. Here we see on the process designer that we have, in this case, different process applications. A process application is the container for all the main objects which are defining the process application, and we will see here for this one that I will show you that inside there is the BPMN process, there is the request form, there is any kind of process, UI, decision service, connectors. These are connectors to REST APIs, and obviously data types if needed, and roles. And so if we go into the process here, we see that the process is divided as usually by the BPMN standard in swim lanes, and there will be users and roles assigned to these swim lanes. And also on the right side, we see all the different items that you can use to define the process. So the human activities, the system calls like service, like notification, calls to integration to Oracle Integration Cloud, sub-processes, upload form. You can select a decision service that you define in other parts of the designer. We will see it later. You can use standard BPMN events. You can use standard gateways for BPMN. Also connectors, which you can define specifically to call REST APIs, and other stuff like labels and notes that you can add to the process. So looking into the process, we can see some of the details, like in this case, this form, which is used by the requester user to start a request for a travel approval. In this case, only the users with the permission can do it. And obviously there is a UI that must be used to provide this information. This UI is the travel request form, and there is a default presentation which has been selected for this UI. We will see later that there can be different views to be used. In example, the manager view for the approval step. And we will see the decision service later, and also let's jump into the human task here. This is a complex human task that can be of one of these type, any single assignee, all assignees in parallel, in sequence, or a management chain. And for this task, we have to define which are the participants that will can act into this task, which is a human task, and could be current lane participant or individual assignees. In this case, all the participants, all the people which are belonging to a role assigned to the approver swim lane can work on this task. Also here, what we can say is that there is obviously a request form for the approver to provide information, and to get and to provide information. The view which is used here is the manager's view, and also the actions defined for this human task are approve or reject. In case this request is rejected, then this exclusive gateways goes back into the resubmit for the requester to ask some additional information to the requester. Then this cycle will start until all the required information for the approval have been provided. So what we can see now are the other items of this process application, like the UI, here we see all the fields for the UI. We also see that there are different views. In this case, there is a limited set of fields for the manager's view. Also, there is the decision service, and you see here that the day before travel are calculated from inputs, which is the current date and the date of travel. Then there is also a decision table. In this case, as an example, if the amount is greater than 1,000, and if the days before travel is less than 15, then the auto approval will be false. This is the one that we will trigger during the demo. And also there are roles, the approver role, and let's see, and also the requester role. About the roles, I have decided to assign specific users for this role because these users are the ones that I will use during this demo. But usually in a real implementation, you assign it to groups, and the groups are related to the groups available into your tenancy, into the identity domain, which is defined and populated for this Oracle Process Automation instance. And so what we can do now, we can start the execution of this process. And we see that this process has a specific version. We can see the activated version. In this case, is version 1.0. You can issue as many versions as you want. There is a version mechanism inside the process automation instance. And so this version has been activated just today. And so in order to do this, we have to switch to another user because Giovanni.Conte will act as the approver, but Giovanni.Conte plus local will act as the requester. The requester now is logged into another browser, which is this one. And so here we are the requester. The requester can go into the workspace, which is another place, another console of the Oracle Process Automation. We see that the requester here can start a request. It is enabled to start a request for two different processes. This is the one we want to run. And here we can auto-complete something. We want to go to France. We want to go on Friday, come back on Saturday. And we want, this is the estimated amount of money we want to spend business travel for LiveLab. And okay, this is what we will submit. And then when we submit this stuff, we see that the other user going into its own workspace can see that there is something available for him into his tasks. In this case, this task is not is a task which is assigned to a role to all the assignees of the role. So it is a team task, and this task is being issued exactly now. And this is exactly the request for the approval to review the request. And this is the request that came to the approver. Let's say that the approver needs a manager approval document. And so based on this, I also attach the policy document on this because could be this requester needs some more information. So this comment has been posted, and so I can also drag here a document, which is the procedure document. And so the procedure document then is attached. Yeah, okay, it is attached to this execution instance. And then what I would like to do, I have provided some comments, I have provided the procedures document, and then I want to reject this task. And so what I see is that now this task is not anymore in my queue. I see that in my queue there is other stuff to be done, but it's related to other instances of processes. Let's go back to the other user, which is the requester. And so here I go back into the workspace. I see the tasks here. and I see that there is something for myself, which is from 1 minute ago. There is also something more for myself that I didn't manage. It is normal on the task list of business process engine. And so this is what I would like to provide. I can see the comments and what happened there. Okay, needs manager approval document. I attach the policy document. Here is the policy document. I can review if I want. And then what I will issue is again the same information as before, because I want to provide the start date of travel here, and again is the 6th, and the end date of the travel is the 7th, and then I would like to the estimate cost of the travel is this one again, and the justification business travel approved from manager. And I would like also to send a comment. I attach the approval document as per the policy, provided policy. And so, okay, touch the right way. That's written. Okay, and I post it. And then I attach the document, which is important. Okay, this is the approval document that I attach. And so it will be added to the instance. And then when this document, so what I can do now, I can submit this stuff, and it will go again to the approver. And so this task is not anymore in my task list as a requester. And so as approver, I can just refresh my tasks, and I will see that there is something for my team. And again, at 11:22, there is again this approver to review request. I can see the request, which is similar as before. And this request is, I see the comment that a document has been attached. And so I see here the document for the approval that has been attached. I can review this document. I can see all this stuff, and then assuming everything is correct, then I approve this, and so the process is closed. There is not any more task in my list. What we can do, because this user, I can use a user which has an administrative role, I can see also the tracking of the overall process. I see this process, the process which are completed, in this case, the process that we started at 11:18, and here I see everything. I see the auditing of this process. I see the first submission which has been issued, and then we see that it has been rejected by the approver, and then the resubmission and the approval step here. The comments that have been provided into the process. So I attach the approval documents, so needs manager approval, and then the attach of the document, the documents that have been attached to the process. And so all the tracking of the process is provided for a user which has the monitor role or the administration role. So this ends this demo for the Oracle process automation capabilities, specifically focused on the LiveLab for the section for the structured BPMN processes. So thank you so much. See you next time.